In this session, we're going to discuss about design of tension member. Okay, this is the simply supported truss. This is the cantilever truss. Here, in case of simple supported truss, truss is simply resting over two support. One is hinge support, another one is roller support. Suppose if the truss is subjected to any gravity load, the bottom portion of the member will be subjected to tensile forces and top portion of the truss will be subjected to compressive forces. In that case, the bottom portion of the truss should be designed as a tension member and top portion of the member will be designed as a compression member. Okay. In this case, cantilever trusses, if it is subjected to gravity load, if it bends, it will going to bend in this fashion. Top portion of the member will be subjected to tensile forces and bottom portion of the member will be subjected to compressive forces. Here, in this case, the top portion will be designed as a tensile member and bottom portion will be designed as a compression member. In this topic, we are going to discuss about design of tension member. This one and this one. For cantilever beam or truss, we have to select the top portion of the structure. For simply supported beam or truss, we have to select the bottom portion of the truss. These are the different geometrical shapes of a tension member. This is the circular section, this is the rectangular section, and this is the angle section, T section, double angle section, and this is back-to-back channel section. When the intensity of the external load is less, then we have to go for smaller section like rectangular section, angle section, or single channel section. When the intensity of the load is higher, then we have to go for back-to-back angle section or back-to-back channel section. Otherwise, we'll go for build-up section. Next, check for slenderness ratio. It is defined as the ratio of span to minimum radius of gyration, effective length divided by R minimum, least radius of gyration, where R minimum equal to square root of moment of inertia, minimum moment of inertia divided by cross section area. Okay. When you are not considering wind and seismic load, then we have to use this formula. Lambda should not be greater than 180. When you are considering wind and seismic load, we have to use this formula. Lambda should not be greater than 350. In general, we can say that for gravity load, we have to use this formula. Lambda should not be greater than 180. For dynamic load, we have to use this formula. Lambda should not be greater than 350. Dynamic load means structure subjected to earthquake and wind load. Wind and earthquake load. This is the procedure to calculate design strength of a tension member. First, we have to calculate yield strength, that is called as TDG. Next, we have to calculate rupture strength, that is called as TDN. Next, we have to calculate block shear, that is called as TDB. Okay. After that, we have to select least of these three values, TDG, TDN and TDB. The design strength of the member will be smaller of these three values or least of these three values, TDG, TDN and TDB. Okay, this is the design procedure and these are the formula. Now to calculate yield strength, TDG, we have to use this formula. TDG equal to AG into Fi divided by gamma MO. It is given in page number 32 and clause number 6.2 of IS 800 codebook. Now to calculate rupture strength, TDN, we have to use this formula. For plate, we have to use this formula. For angle, we have to use this formula. For plate, it is given in page number 32 of IS 800 codebook, clause number 6.3.1. For this formula, for angle section, we have to use this formula. For this formula, it is there in page number 33, clause number 6.3.3 of IS 800 codebook. Now to calculate block shear value TDB, we have to use these two formula that is given in page number 33, clause number 6.4.1 of IS 800 codebook. After calculating all the values, yield strength, rupture strength and block shear, we have to select the least of these three values. That will be the design strength of a tensile member. The design procedure is given in page number 32 of IS 800-2007 code book. It is given in page number 32 under section number 6, design of tension member. This is the theory part. Okay. Now the design procedure 6.2, yield strength. Yield strength, design strength due to yielding. It is given in clause number 6.2. TDG value equal to AG into Fi divided by gamma MO. Okay, under clause number 6.2, they have given yield strength or design strength due to yielding of cross section area. This is the formula, TDG formula. Under 6.3, they have given rupture strength or design strength due to rupture of critical section. For plate, we have to use this formula, TDN. Okay, it is given in page number 32. For angle section, we have to refer page number 33. For angle section, we have to refer clause number 6.3.3. This is the formula, TDN. Okay. For block shear or design strength due to block shear, we have to refer clause number 6.4, under which 6.4.1. This is the formula, TDB and TDB. It is given in page number 33 of IS 800-2007 code book. Here no need to remember any formula. All the formula is given in IS 800 code book.